March Airstream members meeting. We're here at Parkside as usual for a quick update on what's been happening in the last month. Tonight's agenda, we've got some good news for you guys, is that we're bringing the members self-service portal online. So we've been doing some last minute preparation for that tonight, and Sam's going to help with a bit of a walkthrough on screen on that one later. There's a few other technical things to just talk about quick, and we'll do our usual network review after that. So something that I wanted to mention, you would have got an email on the members list, is the .wan SSL certificate. If you've been getting errors in your web browser or email client, make sure you update that to the new Airstream root certificate, which is now available on the website, both in this new article that I've posted today and in the technical references pages. You can get to the securing your services with SSL article, which I highly recommend everyone reads through some of these pages in the network services category on the website. Is it better if I point or use the cursor for you, Sean? Just in the sidebar, if you hit technical references, then under network, there's good info in there about email, how to set it up, and common problems people have with things like SSL, for example. And there's also a dedicated page here explaining what SSL is and how to use it, and it has a link to the certificate there as well. So the root certificate is the one that you need to load into your computer in order to visit securely any of the Airstream websites, usually the ones on the .wan, so anything that is on the actual Airstream network. Use that certificate to authenticate the server that you're connecting to, and when you use it, you'll notice you get the little green padlock in your browser's bar, and you won't get that alert about the certificate not being valid. So this is the thing you need to install to validate any certificates of other servers you're using. And like all certificates, that one expired, having been 10 years old or something since I generated it, so I've regenerated it with another 10-year lifespan, and we'll go through this process again in 2027. Should be fun. Any issues with that, of course, just email through the committee or network team. Someone can help you out, I'm sure. And of course as well, if you want to secure any of your .wan services that you're hosting on your own computers out there, just let us know, and we can generate certificates for whatever names you are using based on your node name and etc. So that's always, the offer's always there. That was the main one from me, other than I'll just quickly walk everyone through all of the other services that we've been working on in the last few months. After we do the network report, we'll just sit down and go through some of that on the screen. So, in other news, I just want to remind you of upcoming events, which is the Bunnings barbecue we have booked in for 26th of June. That's at the Bunnings on Port Road, isn't it? Yes. Yep. What's the suburb called again? Woodville, yeah, of course. So we haven't yet done so, but I believe Daryl has been assigned the task of putting up a spreadsheet that you guys can go and just put in, I would like to come and help at the barbecue, and what time you're available on the day. It is on a weekday. It was a Friday, wasn't it? Or Monday? I think it's a Monday. Is it a Monday? Anyway, it's a weekday. It's a Monday. So if you can get some time off, that'd be great. Do let us know if you can even just spend an hour or two down there at Woodville. And better, even if you are a member that lives nearby or can, not have to take so much time out of your day. There'll be a spreadsheet, and that'll be announced on the members list. And then also Aslan, which has been locked in for the 8th of July at the Good Shepherd Paravista School venue, which is where it's been most recently hosted. Still a few months till that one's coming up, but those guys are actively planning and everything. And again, if you can help out, or you're interested in helping at the LAN or with promotions for the LAN or anything like that, please let us know. We're desperately in need of people for both. So I will actually, it's probably a good time right now to show you, if it wants to play ball, a video from Daniel. Where's the window gone? Okay. Oh, I've got it on this screen.
With you tonight, but unfortunately, real life.
We're getting sound, so that's one good thing. Hang on, I'll just sort myself out. Put that there. Scroll like this. Alright. Let's see. Daniel, just to give you an update on the land. I have no idea what he's going to tell you, but we'll start from the start.
Turn the TV sound up.
You reckon this controls it? What are the chances of that? No.
0.
Optimistic.
There's also
85.
Alisand.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I am
one of the people who help organise the Aslan events. Sorry I couldn't be with you tonight, but unfortunately real life often gets in the way and we all know how that is. We are very excited to announce our next Aslan event as Aslan the Big One, and we are trying to make it big. We are putting a lot of effort into this one, and we've got 3 big announcements for you tonight. The first announcement we have regarding the Aslan is that we'll be running 24-hour event. So instead of being the usual 10 to 10, we're going to be able to go overnight, starting on the Friday night this time, pushing through to 10 o'clock the next day. It's very exciting. The second announcement we have is that we have over $500 of prizes available for you to win. So if you want to get your team together or join one of the competitions, which is announced on one of our websites, feel free to come along and have a shot at the prizes. The third announcement I have for you is a bit of an exciting one, is that not only were you just doing the gaming and the computing and all that kind of fun stuff, but we are working on getting a few information stores up. If all things go well, we're going to have a gentleman from Victoria come along with all the retro consoles from the early days of the 80s through to now. And he's going to put them on display for you guys to have a look at and be able to have a bit of a discussion about it. Still lining that one up though, but it's looking pretty good so far. We're planning the big one. We'd like to get the word out, so if you guys can help us out by spreading the word, we would really appreciate it. We want to see many people there. We want to build a great environment. We really want this to work for everybody. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We're looking really forward to it. So spread the word. If you want to know or help spread the word, just simply contact us and on the Aslan at Airstream email, and we can send you some flyers or some information, and you can just pass it around for us. Thank you very much for your time. I'll get out of your hair now. Have a great one. Bye for now.
Cool. So there's all the info. And thanks to Daniel for putting that together as well. Some news there I didn't even know about, but it sounds like they've definitely got some alternative ideas that they're planning and thinking outside the box there for to bring some interesting stuff along. So 7th to the 8th, which is the Friday night through to the Saturday, I believe. 24 hours overnight. 27. Should be cool. 27. You get there when it opens and leave when it closes. Yeah. Very nice. So again, get in touch with us if you're interested in helping out. Otherwise, the full information will be posted on the web and in your emails. Alrighty. Close that out. What was the title, Alzan? Oh, tell him.
It's only a video for us.
Yeah.
Except that it's published on YouTube.
Yep.
Oh,
No.
It was for your benefit only, that video. Alright, that's all I've got for the minute. Who would like to come up for a bit of a network update? In the background I have
you good, Justin?
tickets.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at something else.
I know you did.
Justo.
Don't worry, Sandy's working for it.
There must be a lot to talk about then.
So much. Doesn't work at all. Alright. Stand here. On the big circle. Or over here.
She's got to be a bit taller.
Unfortunately, eh?
Now I had the minutes open, but apparently I don't have the minutes open. First update I have for you guys is that we will be going to Howling Hill in the next couple of weeks to finish off the alignment and the cement hill link. So I'm still organising times for that with the climbers. You haven't gone back to me yet, folk. And yeah, just general availability of the people that can give us access to the site. So hopefully that's all finished and done and dusted by the 22nd of next month. Yep, so hopefully that's all done by then and or we're there on the 22nd doing it. But hopefully it's all finished then. So that's that update. Our plan for Tonsley has changed slightly, so we need to take it back to the network team and reproduce it into a different format for building management. So that's just coming back to the network team now for discussion, and Sam B will be heading up that project with a contact at the site. Do you want to say anything else about that, or no? There's not really much else to say about that at the moment, but hopefully it'll get done pretty quickly and with lots more avenues. Yeah, I'm just reading the minutes. Just give me a second. Network team have decided to look into Pass 2 as for an upgrade. So that's now on the boards for this team. So that will be assigned a project manager, and hopefully after a bit of discussion with the team, we'll get that all working again and fixed up, and hopefully a good site like it once was back in the day. The other thing, I have a fault to report, which is unfortunately the Parkside primary link. Unfortunately, has a tree growing in front of it, apparently, from what I was told, from the lost picture, which is unfortunate, but next time we'll be able to get up there and have a look, hopefully one day during the day. We'll see if we can either move it somewhere else or just move it a little bit to get the Highgate, but we'll see what happens.
Is it the tree on the street that's right in front of it there?
Yeah, I think so. That's our Sam. Is it the tree on the street?
Definitely higher than the dish.
Chainsaw.
Didn't you
There's
realise
plenty
it?
of- Yeah, so I went up there and realigned it by turning it so that it's not pointing at Highgate anymore. So it's hitting some reflection now at game plan in NUB, but so I'm wondering if this is a big roof, if we were to move the mast a few metres to the left, if we just get past the tree and have line of sight, but it was night, so I couldn't actually see. But it requires someone to come here during the day, jump on the roof and actually check line of sight.
Yep.
One day I'll get to show you the videos from Howling Hill. One day, from when we dismantled it and half built the other one. So hopefully that'll be in the wrap-up report. Unless that's what you're pulling off your FTP server right now.
That's just in my car actually.
Okay. We'll do that later on. We'll do it later on if we can. Now apparently the trackers had a massive overhaul. Some closing tickets and stuff.
That's all that's left. We can close that now.
ARC, I believe we're waiting on some paperwork got submitted. It already got submitted. Yep, so all good.
Yeah, we just need a plan and then we can organise the access.
Do we have any idea of paperwork they need, or?
So it's just a matter of submitting what we want to do now and it's done. There you go. So we should just get that done
Okay,
soon.
no problems. We'll get that done this month. We're having another meeting soon, so we'll get that sorted.
In a couple of weeks.
Yeah, 5th. Should be the 5th.
Oh, it's next week.
Yeah, that's literally next week.
That's fine.
Except I'll be in Melbourne. Maybe. I'll let you know. I'll organise that tomorrow. All good. That's all I have from the minutes. Our still a work in process. We'll get there. Hopefully all done by this time next month. And we'll be cheering about it at the next meeting. I don't know anything about Pass 1 routing. If anyone has any idea of that ticket.
Pass 1's offline completely, isn't it?
It's a Pradzi ticket.
Pass 2 is online. But
Yeah.
by
Yeah, that's what we're looking at redoing.
And Chris is going to find out as well
promise.
There was a email to network teams this week about Sefton Park and upgrading client access there.
There was.
There was. At the moment, there's a 2 GHz Omni.
There was no email, it was just Slack. The email has been
There
sent out. It was just on Slack.
Was there supposed to be an email?
There's meant to be an email, I never sent it.
I thought I saw an email, but
You probably think of Slack.
Should get Slack in emails. Because I
I know
do.
what's happened. Sam Boone said he was going to send an email, and then I saw an email from him that's on a different topic. Anyway, so Sefton Park is currently a 2 gig Omni, which is gradually dying. Not it needs to be rebooted occasionally. As is up there's ticket 784. It currently also has a sector, a 5 GHz sector antenna pointing west. A member has basically talked in Slack and was going to send an email about potentially upgrading that sector to AC and upgrading the Omni either to 2 gig AC or even 5 gig AC. So what I'm looking for from members is, what do you guys want to see? Do you want 2 gig there, or should we try 5 gig? Would we be better off replacing the Omni with another couple of sectors and going a 360-degree sector set up there, or something else entirely? So the network team needs ideas from the members who care about that area so that we can work on it. Because as far as I know, everyone there was fairly satisfied with performance. And if you've got a faulty radio, it needs replacing. But as Sam rightly says, if the site is if we need to pull down a 9-metre telemast to replace a radio, we should definitely consider replacing the kit at the same time with something better rather than just straight up replacing a 5-year-old radio. So I'm looking for ideas. Sam's email coming through would be a start, I suppose. But
Yeah, I just read the conversation in Slack just then.
But yeah, I mean, if I don't get anything and I do get Sam's email, I'll come up with a plan myself. But I prefer to hear from members or stakeholders in this rather than coming up with everything.
How does the Omni that's there right now perform? Like, is it something that you would consider deploying today at another site?
What did it stop yet?
Yes and no. I mean,
It's very
always
case-based.
it's almost performed a lot better than any other 2 gig Omni on the network by like factor of 4 or whatever. Like, it's been significantly better. It's been worth the money for sure. Its range is shorter than an old 8 dB like a Superpass Omni, where those would be seen for 10 plus Ks. You don't see the Sefton Park Omni pass about 3.5, 4 Ks at all. Like, even stumbling from North Adelaide with little on site at all. I don't think you can see it. Just because it's got quite a bit of down tilt built into it, you can't see it from very far. So that alone, I think, has reduced its noise, the effect of noise. And my understanding, Google could give me more info, my understanding is that the few 2 gig clients on there have been happy with performance. Yeah.
Yes.
Whether or not that would continue into the AC line is a total unknown at this point. I would argue it probably won't, to be honest. I'd be very surprised if AC was faster.
What about 5 gig though?
Well, 5 gig will perform better if there's okay line of sight. Now, I don't know if there's good line of sight for these users.
I know that the 2 gig line locations are like through trees. So
Yeah, but a lot of 5 gig stuff is through
Yeah.
trees. So, I mean, the noise floor on 5 gig is going to be dramatically lower, especially if it's through trees.
and they're close. You know, like if you look at on the map, like everyone came to it is rather close,
They're
right?
really close,
So
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Is it a good place to test 2 gig AC then if we know that it works well?
We come by, yeah.
I'm saying that could be something that could be waited for, or
Maybe. Like I said, I'm keen on submissions from members. If members want us to try the 2 gig there, knowing that it's not going to be a trial. If we buy a 2 gig rocket for that site and we put it up, it'll stay in there for the next 5 years. The site it's a full day of work, pull that mast down, put it back up. So it's not a good site to trial things, but if members do want that, that's what we'll do.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, yeah, so let's get the discussion going and get all the guys that we know to try and reply to that, I think. Probably the best start.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's all for me.
That's about
Unless
it.
anyone has any questions.
What is the current status of the ERC? Do you know what the actual project is at the moment that we will be It's been such a long time.
Yeah, replacing all 5. I think we came to the conclusion. It will need discussion again because it's been such a long time. But I think we came to the conclusion to replace all the rockets,
Yeah.
the 5 gig rockets with AC ones.
Yes.
And-
Certain ones with prisms.
And a backhaul to
And there were certain ones with prisms, some with lights, some with prisms.
Yeah, backwarding to front, single front is done.
Well, it's connected now. The link's connected with APR6 is
Yeah,
pre-rendered.
so the sector. Yeah.
It's supposed to be upgraded to AC though, from Perkins.
Yes,
Yes, but I'll just put the link there.
that
just in
hardware needs to be
case
installed as well. That
you
business.
say drops. It's a shit link, but it's
Yeah.
better than nothing.
And I thought we were talking about doing another backhaul from there, but I just don't remember where it was to.
I don't remember a discussion on the backhaul.
Yeah. Well, if not remember, I guess not happen.
If you can remember before we go there, you can have it. No problems.
Alright, thank you guys. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to turn this into mirror mode, back to mirror mode. So we don't go insane looking at the screen and back to here. Alright, so before I show you the good bit, let me just log out. I wanted to just quickly remind everyone of all the things that are now operational, and that is mailing list. Go to list.airstream.org to find out all about the mailing lists. If you are a member, you automatically should be subscribed to the members list. If you're not, you need to let us know if there's a problem with any of this. The network list is there primarily for the network team, but all members are encouraged to, if you're interested, you can also join up to that list as well. And if we need any other lists for any other reasons, more than welcome to get them set up. One thing to note is the address for the list, which I think I've mentioned before, but I'll just remind everyone. It's now at list.airstream.org. The old address will still work for a while. Probably will disable it at some point, but just to make things a bit more obvious, and things tend to work a bit better as well like that. So keep that one in mind when you're writing a new email. Webmail is still available as always. These are now all secured with SSL, and we're using Let's Encrypt to do that, so you don't need the Airstream certificate that I was talking about earlier. The previous incarnation we were using the Airstream SSL certificate for these, but now any browser can support it without the need for it, which is pretty cool, and we're trying to do that on most of the internet facing services now. You'll see something like that come up in your browser. So I'm pretty sure the wiki and the tracker have all got them now. If not, we will. Here they are anyway, wiki, and of course the main website as well, and the tracker which you saw earlier. So the main website is getting an update very soon. Stay tuned for that, and it will be SSL. Before you panic, one main reason we need to do that is a lot of browsers are now actually enforcing that you're not allowed to log into any pages with a login box on them unless they're secured by SSL. So now is the time to migrate that if you haven't done it before. So of course, to access all these services, you need to use your Airstream login. And we had a small hiccup over the holidays where the server kind of had a bad day. And since then, we've been working on getting this new system, which has been in the build for at least 3 or 4 years now. And of course, I think now it's had another couple more rewrites, but the logic behind it all is the same. It's the old membership portal. So you guys would remember this from before. This is where you go if you need to reset your Airstream password, if you need to update your email forwarding settings as well. And actually Goon was going to give you a walkthrough, so maybe I'll let you do it. And I'll just get the hell out of the way. But yeah, stay tuned and get all the info, because this system is still in development, I guess we would say, and we're going to be working on it while you guys are using it to make it better. At the moment, we just had to get it up so it could do the bare minimum, allow you to change password and do things like that. So Goon will just give you a feature preview.
Cool.
But this is now available?
This is now available. Members.airstream.org. Not available on WAN yet via the Airstream link, but that will be very soon. Cool.
Yep.
So all of your current credentials will work, which is great. After logging in, you get a nice welcome. Your membership expiry. There's no profile pictures at the moment. They seem to be brought back later. Have a nice big shiny renew membership button. Clicking on this will take us to some online renewal. Your membership amount. At the moment, with the prices that we have, that will just be automatically filled out. And you can chuck your credit card number in there. Click on the button and your membership will get renewed. PayPal support is coming soon once we get all this linked together, and you'll just have a nice PayPal button here as well. That will all work exactly the same. As Troy...
If you don't want to use that, process is the same as before?
Process is the same as before, yeah. So send a direct deposit to the bank account and email the community letting them know your payment details. And
you can still just use PayPal directly without going through that form there, but eventually we'll have it all wired up so that it's a one-step process basically, which should make things a bit easier.
Cool. So we've just got some settings here. 14 no, yes, no. It shows you the email address which will get forwarded to, which is your alternative email in the profile. We've got change your normal password. If you're in one of the network team admins group, you get a box here to change your network password, which is what gets pushed over to Radius and all those good things. Got some new stuff down here to do with OAuth clients and access tokens and things like that. So this system has been designed so it can act as a central auth point for all the services on the network, regards to like web things. So for example, the node map will auth against this, like single sign-on. So we can go in here and make a new application. So if we just call that NodeDB. The way that OAuth works is that it does a flow of request and response between your application and this application. So you'll send something to the member's application, it will send you something back, and then you send something back again, like that three-step process to get authenticated. So that's what this redirect URL is for. It'll send you, like the members DB will send you back to that URL with the credentials. So if we just put something in here, it's not going to really do anything.
So we need to have...
So most of you won't need to use this, but...
Do you need to have one of these for LAN and one for AuthNet?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't actually need one for each. You can put multiple redirection URLs.
Yeah, I mean at the moment it only has one redirection.
I suspect you need to modify a bit,
which is no big deal.
So you create one client, but you register multiple callback URLs.
Yeah, but it needs to know where you came from.
It does know. You've got to come from that. And then it sends you back with a token.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So it'll send you back to the one that it came from.
With a token.
Correct, and as long as it's in that, those URLs are like authorized URLs.
Yeah, sure.
So as long as it's in that list, it's for...
Otherwise it will redirect to one of them.
No, well you tell it where to redirect back to. Like in your initial request, you say, log me in here and then send me back to here when it's done. It hits here, and then if that redirect URL is not registered with that application, it says, sorry,
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. So you get a client ID and a secret, which will make sense if you know how OAuth works. Yep, so we'll need to add some support for multiple URLs in there. We can just delete these. Personal access tokens are not really used. That just exposes token authentication around like this application, so you can send that instead of authorizing to update. It's normally used in like mobile phone apps and stuff, but it's probably nothing really in particular. And yeah, once you have logged in with an application, so logged in with this application to like the NodeDB, for example, that will come up down here saying, no, you have authorized the NodeDB. You can choose to remove that if you don't want to give that access anymore. We've just got your profile as well. All your normal sort of stuff. You can go in here and update your details.
And please do if you haven't in a while. Obviously the thing's been offline for a while now. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that have got out of date info. So yeah, we're going to be updating based on memberships that have come in more recently. But you know, it's always worth checking your information in there, especially the recovery email, the secondary email there. So if you've enabled your email forwarding, that's where it's going to go. And if there's anything wrong with your account, that's the only other email we can get you on. So make sure you've got something in there that works.
Cool.
Oh yeah, new fields that I don't think were on the old one is that you can now nominate that you are a WIA member or not. Again, if you are one of them, the reason we have that there primarily is to know, you know, we've got, for example, our insurance is affiliated through the WIA and there's various discount applied if we have WIA members, since they're already part of the insurance scheme through WIA as well. So if you are one, please update it, and if you're not, could you also please update that so that we get a true, accurate number of how many WIA members we have. And if you're an amateur with a call sign, you can throw that in there as well now, which is distinct from your Airstream username. Some of you may have your call sign as your username. That's also fine, but yeah, just a couple of new fields we added.
Cool. Also started on online registration, which has been a big one for us that people have asked for.
Totes works.
Did you actually click that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. Just has some spiel about here. You know, once it's submitted, it will go to the committee for approval. Then once the committee approves the membership, you'll get an email saying, you know, thanks, your membership has been approved. Please click here and here's some payment instructions if you want to pay by credit card or direct deposit or whatever else. And then once that's all sorted, you'll get access. So yeah, that's just the same as the other form that you saw before, except it has a password in there. Yeah, that's really about it. If for whatever reason you've forgotten your password, you are welcome to go in there and click on the broken, forgotten password link.
Why is that one broken but the other one? Because something had to break and it didn't happen yet. So there you go. Now it's officially a demo, guys, because something went wrong. Cool. Anyone got any questions about that? Pretty straightforward. All we ask is that everyone goes there at some point and update your info. Make sure everything looks right. Make sure your membership is showing the correct expiry, whatnot. Members.airstream.org as was before. And you know, we'll keep updating this and give you guys email updates as new things become available on here. You know, if there's anything wrong, if you hit something that's broken, please get in touch with us so we can fix it. And yeah, most of you won't have to deal with these OAuth settings, but you'll notice soon I'll wire up the NodeDB now that this is available. This has been running on a demo box of mine for a while just so the network team could feed back some issues with that, but that will be protected by the single sign-on. So
We have a question.
Yeah.
On the chat. They've said they've updated their records already, so that's good.
Wow, snazzy.
Membership cards.
They will be forthcoming, yes, also. So somewhere in here we'll update the image so you guys can put a photo up if you don't have one. And I think we have delegated someone on the committee to deal with the membership cards, if not you, Sean. She's still available for printing services. So yeah, what we need to know is who wants them, because we don't necessarily want to run off 100 cards for everyone.
Put a field in there and ask people.
Do you want a membership card? A tick box. That's not a bad idea. Write that down somewhere. Yeah, so that's a good idea. We'll put a button, maybe request a member card in here. As long as you've got your photo and whatnot, that should be fine.
Oh, I have something else to talk about.
Yeah.
Cool. So if anyone wants to contribute code to this, they are more than welcome to. There is a Git set up on a git.wfx.wan.
Why is everything so blazingly fast? Is it because your phone's in my pocket or something?
Maybe. So yeah, this is hooked up to your Airstream credentials as well.
So where's that all through?
No more.
No.
Using SMTP.
What cluster's that on?
Prospect.
Oh.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, you can log in there. You can see all the glorious things that I'm doing. If yeah, you're welcome to go in here and create some issues. If there's things that you want to.
We might need maybe make a link to that thing.
Spam some issues.
Report some
Yeah, if you want to report some issues or
Mm-hmm.
enhancements or anything like that. Yeah.
So if there's not a troll one in there.
Yeah, you can go in there and troll them as well.
I'll just remove you.
I was going to say, it's been on the live stream for a whole 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, only accessible over the WAN, and yeah, you have to use your Airstream login to get into it.
And use the root certificate.
And have the root certificate installed to get the.
You can sign up as well. Is the registration meant to be closed?
Probably. But if you're coming over WAN, you probably have an Airstream login. Yeah, I probably should turn it off, right? Yeah, so this is using the Airstream or certificate signed by the Airstream Certificate Authority. So.
Too cool. And yeah, I guess that's the best spot then if you do have issues, but if that's all too hard or whatever, just email us most importantly. But over the next week, while this is up and running and everything, I suspect there may be some small issues, so yeah, do let us know if you hit anything.
Well, last day. Good work. That's right.
Yeah, and big thanks to Sam, he's pushed it through this week. I mean, we did some last minute stuff today, but
It's live.
it's there, it's finally back. And it took about 3 rewrites.
Yeah. Before I had with everything, I was like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah, so that's cool, and you know this is good as well. It allows us to get some separation on the services as well. You know, you had the whole NodeDB and MemberDB thing all mashed together before, but now we can come up with new and exciting things as well. You guys can play with your own web-based services, and you don't need to harass anyone for LDAP or anything. As long as you can figure out how to do OAuth, you're able to create your own little token in here, which will mean anytime someone hits your web page, they'll be presented with this login screen, and it'll ask, you know, do you want to allow that site to authorize? Are you authorizing it to use your Airstream account for authentication? Something you're probably used to with like Facebook and Google and that kind of thing. Same process. So that's all pretty exciting. Be cool if we could get everything like the wiki and all that doing that, but
Have to do the gallery.
it's not detrimental or anything. LDAP is still available if you guys are trying to set something up that needs directory-based authentication. LDAP's available. We do have a Radius server as well. However, that's primarily for the network team, but it should work for other members as well. So yeah, feel free to get involved. Best place is probably just jump on the old Slack and chat to us on there. As you can see, it's all going crazy right now. There's usually less nonsense than that. Maybe not. Depends on the day, doesn't it? So yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the chat yet, please do that as well. Is that enough rambling yet?
No.
I think it might be. So keep an eye out for new updates with that one. And I guess we'll probably wrap it up about now. Any other questions or news from the floor? Or from online? Mr. Online? Thanks again to our online streaming crew, Sean and John. Alright, well, we'll wrap it up and we'll see you guys next month. Remember to check out those events as well, and if you can help out at any of them, we need your help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.